Now arriving at Ilios, initiating match. Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two.
All right, everyone, and
one.
we are back with
Round
NACE
one. Capture
Varsity
the
Overwatch
objective.
versus James Madison University JMU. Bear with me here. I don't actually have sound for the game, so I won't be able to hear anything, so I won't know when ults are going out. But you see both teams kind of going with the same thing. Both have Genji. And then everything else is the same. This meta is someone running through and the Overwatch.
The objective is
Cut them down.
With the JMU first, Tom J. King getting out by great job. Congrats to Great's also going to pick Citron and Centipede is going to fall. Another thing to mention is Timbo is not able to play, so we had to get one of the players from Academy to Centipede to play for him. Great. Bob have to feel some pressure tries to rush down. And I mean, that's rough for SXU. They're not gonna have ults going into the next fight, and as you see, JMU is at 5, so they should win this next fight out. SXU probably take either a dry fight, maybe Juno ult in just to get theirs out and to get some other things out that makes it easier to engage. They can't rush now, as you see the ult coming out from Creighton's gonna get Centipede. Blade coming through, it's rallied. SXU just not able to get anything going. Impulse is gonna take out Gosh. Creighton gets Soda again, and SXU just not able to find a kill. But good thing is they did only have to use 2 ults, and they forced out 4. So you like that trade if you're SXU, but you have to get moving now. Have to find a pick somewhere. Genji fight going on between Impulse and Telmj Can. Nothing really coming out of this. Now we're trying to walk through. Soda takes out Chum. That's the first death for JMU. Oh, and Creighton's going to fall as well. Centipede. Impulse gets Centipede, though. Dash on by Telmj Can. Difference gets Citron, and I think SXU might lose this one unless Telmj Can get Impulse, but it's not going to happen. Difference. Good tracking and great spear by Soda, but it doesn't matter. He's the last one left, and Centipede with his ult still. Not going to be able to get back to point, and SXU not looking good. Of course, they had no time to practice this because they have to have a sub. It's rough, but JMU taking that pretty definitively. There were some good spots at the end for SXU, but they have to get it going quickly here. Now you're going to see SXU Telmj Can's going to go over to the Pharah. Loves to play that Pharah. You're going to actually see a big comp swamp. Like, this will work well into JMU's composition since there's nothing to mark him at all, actually. Like, Artillery is the only one that could do any, and never mind anymore now that he's on Winston. like, now there's nothing to stop TLMJ. They're going to have to... I would assume that SXU should win this first fight with TLMJ. He's going to mark the Tracer behind. He has to be careful, though. He can't take this 1v1 that well, but Citron falls to Creighton. Now TLMJ is going to have to fall back as they're down their main healer. Centipede going to fall to Chum. SXU just not taking these fights at the right time. They have to play more safe here. Now TLMJ just firing on the back line. This is going to be a good poke as Don is going to be shoot at him, but shouldn't really be able to do too much damage. Oh, he's going to find the Tracer here. Not going to amount to anything. The Tracer gets the Mega. Gets out. Oh, and a great spear. I mean, great shot by Centipede as well. I don't even know if the spear got time to connect. SXU, they should just fight point with Gosh down. Try and just cap it. They do get the cap, even though Citron falls. There's no supports, but now you just stall as long as possible. See what TLMJ decides to do, but there's no way he can live here. Everyone looking down at him. SXU, I mean, they're just not able to find anything right now. It is very difficult for them to move around and do anything. See if they can find some way to walk. I mean, they got a first pick last time onto Impulse. I don't know if that'll happen here. It's going to be hard to take top, especially if Creighton just holds it. Looking for him, and the Winston's just going to drop down, playing that so well. They got to keep Centipede up. And SXU almost flip it again. Oh, and they do flip it again. TLMJ gets Impulse, but he falls to Creighton. SXU need to make some room, go on to someone here, but no, they're just waiting in point. With your main damage down, you just have to go on to something there. I mean, this is going to be good stall for Artillery, or for SXU. Artillery's going to clean it up and take out Soda, and you're going to see the swap over to Echo now. And Impulse also swapping over to the Echo, looking for more contesting this high space area, but it's going to be hard as Impulse can be kept alive here by an Ana, which in terms of healing the fight air, or the fight in the air, it's going to be much better. No, and nothing happens. Nano goes on to Artillery. Artillery gets Citron again, and SXU just kind of walked a point. Artillery's going to get a free. And SXU just fall apart again. They have one fight here and one ultimate. Centipede Soda not able to really get an ultimate to start up. Waiting for anything to happen. This game's been very slow, even though it's a control map. Usually they are faster. And TLMJ is going to peek out a little too much, and there's so many people aiming. But Soda gets difference off the map when he has Rally. And you're going to see all the ults used by SXU, but it doesn't matter. The Rally, the Terra Surge, but Centipede is the last one with ult, and again does not get an ult off. Rough map for SXU, still working out some kinks, but definitely showing more prowess in that second point than they were on the first one. That is it for the moment, and we'll be back with map 2 in a second. And we are back with the game here on to Kings Row. Never picked before, right? You see SXU kind of just sticking with the same comp, looking to use the May maybe instead as well. It is pretty good on first and second point. Then you see JMU going for a double sniper composition with a Reinhardt. Not a very usual composition. Reinhardt probably going to look to oh, you know what? I think Impulse is just going for a spawn shot here. I think he will swap off, maybe onto a May, maybe onto something else. Oh, onto a Pharah, actually. See what happens here. Centipede and Gosh should be able to poke that out, but oh, and the spear comes out just a little too late. A second earlier, and he's walled off, speared into it. I'll spin. He needs to get more proactive with that there. Good job of keeping him away, but SSU are just giving the point for free at this point. To be able to rush back in there. Been used. He has no abilities. They have to get back on and touch point. It seems that SXU doesn't really know if they want to go for point or not. Oh, spear used at the wrong time. Soda's just taking so much damage here. That is not a good fight for SXU. They couldn't really can't find any footing into what they actually want to do here. John doing good alt. I mean, all the alts used by JMU already. That is going to be 3, a combo of Shatter and Pharah alt. SXU not really to yet, and the support alt battle will come out. You're going to see LMJ can. Now, SXU kind of matching this composition, other than the Reinhardt is not being run by SXU. It should be good. Soda should be able to force down the shield of the Reinhardt and just kind of bully him around. Well, good spear on the impulse, but no one's there to follow up, and he just takes the damage again where he has to get out already. Trying to find some footing. Spear used way too far away, I think. You're not able to take any space from this Reinhardt, and he's going to build Shatter again real fast if they keep sitting in these fire strikes. And then Impulse gets TLMJ can. Now this window is kind of useless as it's only the Reinhardt, but he's using the point as great cover to deny any kind of shots being put on him. And now that window is going to put in a lot of work, and then Soda kind of runs behind it again. Bob and window, great combo of ults. You're either going to have to force that in. SSU either need to hard back up there or they need to push through. They don't exactly have that brawl, and Centipede just being kept alive by Citron. Shot came out by Creighton onto Citron. Good headshot. And they're already on the second point with 5 minutes remaining. SSU trying to find any kind of fight win here. They're going to get there. They still have to use. You're going to see these Juno ults come out in 10, but I think this fight's going to be decided by Artillery's Shatter as he does have it again, but TLMJ can't falls to Creighton. Impulse gets Citron. Creighton gets another 2, and SXU just not able to get anything, and point is halfway through third with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, and SXU not going to get anywhere. See, the Shatter is going to come out. He hits Gosh and Centipede, and they're going to have to use this ult early to actually get out, especially with Gosh being down. There comes, and Soda finally getting a pick on a difference, and on a Choom, he gets the supports, but it doesn't matter as his team has already fallen, and JMU going to finish with more time than they started with. Rare thing to happen, but it has happened here. SXU not able to find any kind of fight win in this fight, or in this match. And I think it'll be a rough one here, well, unless they get something going. And I assume the same comps from them. JMU could go for something fast pace if they want to just rush onto SXU and take them out faster. SXU could swap them around, but I would generally assume they're the exact same comp. Juno and the Orisa for SXU there. Actually going to see Tom J can go over the Genji, but no, he's going to go back to that Pharah. And now JMU's kind of what they were on the first go around, or on Ilios, the last one at Ilios, but now they had that Winston Ana again, but they're gonna have a Zen now too, which Soda is going to blow up a little bit faster. Centipede's back on the Sojourn. Get some picks with this character. How this SXU's gonna have a hard time fighting for high ground, especially if job of staying alive. You see, Tom J. Kane is actually on the Widow here looking for a pick. Couldn't find it, so he's back on the Pharah. They're going to go through here to the right and take this high ground again. Centipede gets naded, but they're not going to jump on him. Oh, and the supports here are actually very close. I think they should have just rushed onto them there if they had any type of way to rush onto them. And now Artillery could just kind of hold this area for a while. And they're going to jump out and go on the supports. I like this idea. That's one support down. Can't get the other one, but you have high ground now. Oh, but Citron and Gosh both falling. It's going to be hard to sustain up here. Artillery might fall as well, and a good job by Soda and by Centipede there. And now Soda needs to stay alive. Can't die here. Oh, a good spear on Impulse. Impulse can't peek in, but the Ana is still alive. Not able to find a kill on the Centipede or Soda. Soda's staying alive, but Difference gets Centipede. And I don't think they'll keep the point here. Yeah, I think in that situation, Soda just has to take more space. He kind of just sat and let them walk back in. If you look back at the first round, you could see that Artillery was kind of holding up there, forcing them to walk into a bad angle so that it would be hard to take a fight against them. But, I mean, in that situation, Soda was just way too far back. Now SXU probably going to look to try and do the same thing. Get back on top there. Take out one of the supports. Very low. But Blade going to come out. There's no answer to Blade. Unless they all turn and shoot at him. They have to be very careful. You're going to see a nade probably come up in the top here. Not used yet. SXU waiting for everyone to get here. Now Soda going to jump over. Misses the spear, and Citron dies again in that dive position. And Soda going to fall next. That is going to be the end of that fight. Gosh is going to die late here. Now, I think the ult advantage in terms of JMU is just way too high unless J can find anything with his ult, which is going to be impossible. The only person that would be easy to take out with it is Creighton. Everyone else has some kind of defense against it. And Creighton's the one person that actually counters him. So it is unfortunate, but unless they can do this top well, but Nano Blade's going to come in, and that's going to just do that fight. You see there was no rally yet, and that's the end of that fight. They can't walk through there when they know that Nano Blade is up. They should have had some knowledge of it. And now it's going to be easier. The ults that they have now are not big fight-winning ultimates anymore, but they're still big ultimates that should at least provide some sustainability through SXU's. But Creighton's also going to have that Bob, and Difference takes out Citron again on their way walking through. SXU not even able to get through chokes. And Impulse takes out J Can, and now it is 30 seconds. And I don't think that SXU, I mean, they might be able to touch. Someone's going to have to go something quick. Going to have to put down a speed ring. I mean, who touches here? I think they're going to blow up before they can even touch. They're going to rally touch. Speed ring. Bob send out. Difference is not going to fall. Oh, Difference actually could fall here. Citron gets Impulse, but Centipede and Gosh being down unless J can go big here. Oh, and Artillery is actually so low, but no damage is going out onto him. Oh, and no, I think that's it. Essex, you are not going to be able to get it done as it's just Centipede on point as Tracer, and Gosh is not going to be able. Oh, he did get the touch, but dies immediately after Artillery's so low. And that is map 2 to JMU in the similar fashion to map 1. We'll catch you for the third map, which I believe is Flashpoint. Probably going to be New Junk City, but we'll see. See you in a bit. All right, welcome back, everybody, into our third and potentially final map for this one. SXU JMU. JMU going with a very fast composition here, which is going to be bad for SXU. SXU taking their time. I think that has forced them to get more split than they want to be. If they either need to find a way to slow JMU down or go faster than them. They can't with their comp, so they need to find a way to slow them down. I mean, look how fast they are. Look at this. In this position, they're out of Tell 'em J Can's line of sight. I want to mention there that Impulse did get the deflect kill on the Gosh. I believe Centipede did just kill his teammate. Tell 'em J Can, he gets 3 actually, and Soda still being alive. Oh, in Artillery, I think he has no armor compared to Soda. Soda has armor. And SSC are going to win that solely off the back of Tell 'em J Can pushing his team through, getting some picks. Like that's what I'm talking about. That composition, they won the trades because Helm J. Can was able to find a pick in the backline while SXU's backline was getting hit. And while SXU's backline were getting hit, they kept each other alive for a long time as well, which forced more time out of JMU, which gave Tell 'em JK more time to kill someone. Like, that's what they need to do. They have to do it that way. They can't let JMU go first. Seeing in this position, has to focus on this Orisa here. The Orisa's pushing through. You have to take that space away from the Orisa. Now they're trying to force space on you, which is going to make it harder for your Pharah. Oh, a good spear on a difference, but gold and spin used at the same time. Not exactly ideal. Rocket Barrage went in, but it didn't actually get anything. And oh, JMU's falling so low. Chum actually does die. Point flips over. SXU need to stabilize here. They can't die. Oh, and he's pulled down onto the point. And now SXU are going to lose this fight. Not bad by SXU. SXU need pretty much one more fight to win. Having Citron's ult is good because you don't really have an answer to the orbital ray. Play this straight here. They can't get native. You see, I think Tomj can. Maybe he goes through on the left side here, which is going to be a little hard. That is a closed area, but he could just walk in with his. See, Genji here is just marking him. And Centipede's trying to give space, but he actually gets booped in, and he's going to get Genji ulted. Oh, and the Genji ult, SXU just have no answers for. I don't know if Gosh had rally at that point. I mean, once you see that being used, you should just use the rally to kind of stop that momentum from Emperor. But nothing used. SXU is going to lose that first point, and it looks like we're Refinery. SXU going to make it here first. I mean, Artillery does get here first, but so does not here. Trying to take this position. First, Tomjak hands in, but there's no one in there to help him. Going too low, and Centipede goes in without his team. Beat used proactively so that his team could rush, and they're not going to die without that damage of Centipede. And that is just too much. SXU is going to lose this fight as well. And they have every ult coming up forward. They have to use them well. They have to use them together to fight. You're going to hear the excavation coming through from Creighton, but SXU doing a great job to focus him out. Now SXU should win that fight. Good deflect by Impulse there, but Artillery falls. Artillery being down, there's no point presence. Going to walk back up. Telmj Khan gets Impulse, though. And there you see the Terror Surge going in again. Telmj Khan falls, but so does Difference. And now it's just Artillery on point. SXU taking out Chum as well. It's just up to Artillery. Artillery's going to fall as well. Soda doing a great job of taking that space there. You see the kill comes out onto Creighton, who's now swapped over off the Venture to put more pressure on Tom J. Can. But, oh, and a clean swap as well. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be harder to walk in. It'll usually be faster, especially with the Genji. They're going to look to set Impulse up more so they can get onto the backline of SXU probably. Have to be proactive with this. Centipede's a little too close for having his ult. He can't fall here. Oh, a good Terror Surge by Soda as it kills Impulse and Difference. Centipede with a great shot on the Impulse. SXU now one fight away. Centipede cleaning it up, killing out Chum. And Difference is going to swap over to a character with speed now. A better character with speed. Now, SXU have a great chance of winning this, and now they're going. You see JMU falling more towards the meta now. I think Impulse is going to have to be the one to touch. Somewhere on the left. He's going to have to dash in. A great spear by Soda. And that should be it. I don't know if anyone else can touch. It would have to be the Cassidy, and it doesn't happen. SXU has finally won something in this match. Great job by them. Soda takes out Artillery. And it's going to be on the other side, but it's on SXU's side here. That's going to be good for them. It's easier to just run straight across. This would have really hurt them if they had to go all the way across the map, but fine now, and they should get set up in better position. JMU Soda doesn't take the jump. And now, on even footing, but SXU is going to have this high ground. Down, trying to find a position on an Impulse here. The Impulse is the target character they want. Oh, and Soda have to stay alive here. He just takes so much damage. Rocket Barrage used, but he falls down. Gosh, using the ult to try and stay alive, but SXU's not just staggering out at this point. They just need to die. And that will be that fight, but now SXU, I mean, he's still going to stay on this far here. I don't think it works out anymore. They've been finding some good picks on the Impulse here. If they can do that again. Good, but I mean, JMU just take angles. Orbital Ray used. Difference has his as well. They're going to go back in with it late, and they're going to win this fight. Yeah, here it comes. They should win this out as there's nothing to stop them. You can see a Blade could come up to clear this fight, but I don't even think he wants to use it. Oh, I stand corrected. He goes for it anyways, gets 2 again. And he gets TLMJ as well, but TLMJ takes difference on his way out. But that will base it to the third point. Either have Junkyard or the Docks. I think it's the Docks, which does not favor SXU's Pharah comp as much as Junkyard would. It'll be rough to see what they decide to do here, especially with having Terra Surge against High Noon and Rally, as well as Terra Surge on JMU side as well. It's going to be rough to walk into this. SXU have to find this open pick, and you can see Artillery hiding here. Looks like he wanted, he pushed out back towards main. Oh, and a good spear on the Soda. Soda using the spin to get in, and there's the Terra Surge in this room. It's going to be hard. He tries to Terra Surge himself, but he jumps down, and so it makes it easier to get out, and then Creighton just uses the Fan the Hammer to take him out, doing so much damage so quickly. That's the point over to JMU. They had to use... they used 2 ults for it. They used the Rally and the Terra Surge of their own, but still going to have that High Noon. The last thing left, but SXU going to have the ult advantage here. They're going to have to win with these. Hard for the Pharah to get in without her team in some position. Just trying to take these long distance spam shots, but see Creighton putting the pressure on him. He does hit something. Centipede uses the overclock. Rolls through. High Noon used as well. Does not get the spear, but Centipede gets the headshot with the overclock. Takes down the High Noon. He also gets difference. And Centipede, the sub, coming in big, but Citron's going to fall. And Choom staying alive. Impulse gets Centipede. Impulse should die here. Rally used by Gosh. They need to secure this fight. He won't fall here. The gold from the Orisa, and they should take this down. As you have a steep road to go here to keep this a winnable game. They can't lose a fight. They have to go perfect now. Have to go perfect on this point. See, if Creighton peeks out too much, they could get an easy kill, which would force this to be around 40% already, but not going to take that peak. Impulse is going to have this Blade again. See if SXU have found any kind of counter for it, but no Rally, no Orbital Ray. It's going to be rough. See, they're going to push through the top here. The Genji is not with them. He's looking for a different position. He's just going to walk up. Oh, and he's so low. Can they kill him? They do. The missiles from Citron actually get him. And Choom, I think, is also going to fall. Citron using the Orbital Ray, but Soda pulls far away from his team, which actually is going to maybe lose them the fight. But, oh, he does so much damage with the pulse, the torpedoes. But that will be it, as it's just TLMJ can, and there's no way he's going to be able to kill a full health Orisa on any character. Out of supports, and that's the game for SXU, as they went nothing to touch. And that is it for the varsity team. That's them for the semester. There's no more varsity games, just academy. And we actually have one of those academy games coming up in about 40-ish minutes at 7:30, so stay tuned, and we'll be back with that one. I may be casting, I may not be. We will see, and I'll catch you guys later.